Morning. It's March the 30th, and we're going to try to get these Red Larosa seed potatoes planted. This is what we got from our local feed and seed co-op down here where we're at. Um, we planted some Sarpol mirrors early, container potatoes early in the season, and we had a bunch of rain and some storms, and the soil we used just rotted them in the ground. So we're going to start over with some of these Red Larosas and use some potting mix and some tomato and vegetable food and some bone meal and a little bit of wood ash. We're supposed to get some more storms today, so we're going to, while it's not raining, we're going to go ahead and get these things planted, and I'll probably put them under the carport because I don't water these potatoes in. Once I put these potatoes in the ground like that or in the containers, I don't water them until they get above ground, until the green starts getting above ground. Some people do. I don't, because I don't want to take a chance on rotting my potatoes. But these potatoes, once they're in the ground, they'll start shooting these, sending these shoots straight up to try to find the light. And then they'll have some roots come out. Once these sprouts get above ground, usually your roots are on your potatoes to take up that water that you're watering. So I kind of always wait till my potatoes are above ground before I water when I do them in containers. And that kind of saves me a little headache down the road. So we'll get started. We've got a we've got 15-gallon containers. These we got at our local nursery, and this is what we had our sarpomiras in. But we had bought some garden soil that was mostly sand and pine bark nuggets and topsoil, but it didn't drain too well. It got so heavy in these containers that the sarpomiras just they couldn't take it. So we got rid of all of that. We're going to start fresh and use some potting mix and see how we do with that. Now, to these containers, I only put about 3-4 inches of soil in the bottom. You can see that, or potting mix. And we're going to have 4 potatoes in each container. I'm going to set, well, maybe I'll just do it back here. It's easier to see. There's handles on these pots. So we're going to set 2 on this side. But before we do that, we'll mix in some fertilizer. Put 2 down here, add some more soil, and put 2 down here. So we'll have 4 potatoes in each pot, and we'll know where the handles are on these pots is where we planted these potatoes. We got about 3-4 inches of soil, 2 potatoes on 2 handles. Go mix some fertilizer in there, and it go about 3 or 4 inches of soil, and put 2 potatoes the opposite handles. Since this Miracle Grow's already got fertilizer in it. We're going to just do a light fertilizing, and then I can top dress later on if we see that they need it. So we'll just do like a tablespoon, 1 tablespoon. In each container of the 356 organic tomato and vegetable food. A tablespoon each of the organic bone meal. And this is just wood ash out of our fire pit from logs and stuff, sticks I've been burning. No lumber, just broken down limbs and twigs and sticks. So we'll do 1 tablespoon of this potash in there. And we'll stir it in really well. Okay. We have the handles. So that's how we're going to lay the first 2 potatoes in each container. And I'll kind of set these potatoes where the eyes are up, facing up. And we'll put them opposite on each side of the container at the handles. Handles. Now these are Red Larosa. They're a variety of potatoes, excuse me, that the co-op said that they grow down here regularly. So this is our first year down here. We don't know. So we're going to try to stick with what they're doing. And then maybe after we've seen what we can produce in these containers with these guys, maybe we'll switch off to another brand. I've never grown them, but we're going to give them a try because that's what they say they grow down here. So now we're going to add another, I'd say, 3 or 4 inches of potting mix and a little more fertilizer for the second row of potatoes. Okay, Now we're just going to do another tablespoon of the vegetable and tomato food, the bone meal, and the wood ash for the second layer of potatoes. Now we'll stir it in. Now we're going to set the other two potatoes in each pot the opposite way. The first ones went like this on those handles. Now we're going to go like this. And once we get those set, we're just going to put about, I don't know, fill it almost another 3 or 4 inches above the potatoes. I'm not going to fill the pots all the way up. That's how I did it back home with my saw palmyras, and I never had any issues. They always sprouted, no problems. But down here with the humidity and the rains, we're going to leave these setting out and try to keep them inside the carport with rains. But if I miss a day or two and it gets rained on, I don't want it to get so heavy that these things can't sprout and we lose another batch of potatoes. So we're going to set these opposites from the first ones we just placed in the containers, with the eyes facing up. So this way. This way. Okay, in these 15-gallon containers, that was 1 2 cubic foot bag of Miracle Grow potting mix. And it didn't fill the containers. They're a little over halfway, and we're going to wait until these things come up above ground. And as they grow, I'm going to fill the potting mix in around them, so we don't have any more issues like last time. So that's how we're going to try this. The Red Larosa is a new variety for us. We're going to try these guys and see how they are. I'm a Yukon Gold potato guy, but I'm not even going to try those things down here with the high humidity and the all the rains we get. You know, we had trouble with those guys even in Indiana, but we always got a crop off of those. But down here, I'm not even going to try those. That's why we were going with the Sarpos, but that was my mistake using that heavy garden soil. And you live and you learn. And, you know, this year, first year or two down here is going to be trial and error for us. So we're going to a lot of stuff in containers this year to try to figure it all out. And then we'll get to going after that. But that's how we're going to do these Red Larosas. We're going to wait till they sprout up above the soil, and as they grow, we're going to fill them in with the other bag of that potting mix, and we'll keep you updated and posted and let you see how they're doing. Thanks for watching.